Hi everyone, this is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes and welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, all of my videos are made for adults who are 18 years and older. Thank you so much for respecting that. I am really excited that you guys have chosen to join me on this wonderful Friday. I am back to share another Crafty Dares project with you guys. As you know, I am a part of the Crafty Dares that is hosted by Tell 'em Thank You here on Instagram, as well as I like to share some of my projects that I create on YouTube. So we don't have to share, but I choose to because I want to let you guys know what I'm doing so that way you can be inspired by what's going on. So I'm really excited because the Crafty Dares can challenge you in so many different ways. We are given a list of 3 items every week, and we are can create anything that we choose to. Make sure we're using those 3 items. Now some weeks you may skip, and some weeks you may go ahead and be up to the challenge or test your crafty ability, which is really awesome. So it gives you a way of being able to really step out of your element and then try something new and different, and also some things you haven't used in a long time in your crafty stash. So with that being said, this week we had to create something using a bow, and we could use a straw, and the straw could be plastic, it could be steel, any of those type of materials, and there was some other things listed for that as well. And then also spray that was in our crafty stash, anything from delusion spray to a shimmer mist, just anything that you have that's a crafty spray. That was just to name a few. And so I was up for the challenge, so challenge accepted. And I am really excited to share my project with you guys. I'm going to take you through some of the different materials I use and kind of tell you how I got there. So here are the straws that I did use right here. So this is the jumbo pack, and you can get this pretty much from any one of your grocery stores. And you can also find them sometime in other places like Kohl's or TJ Maxx, places like that. They may have different things in the homeware department. So this particular straw set had these pink ones in it, as you can see. Now I've used all the pink ones, and this is pretty much what I have left, and then the pieces that I cut, of course. So what's left in this pack now is just the green and the blue, but the pink, I use that because it matches my craft space, and this project was practical that I created, and I was happy to be able to use something that I really been wanting to do anyway, but then on top of that, be able to display it in my space to kind of have more decor. So with that being said, that's one of the items there that we had to use, and I chose to go with the paper straws, as you saw. And then another item that I chose to use was this spray right here. I use my Delusions ink spray. This is by Ranger. So this is the one that I chose to pull out. Now when I did my project, I was gifted these flowers right here. So I used these flowers right here, and I have a shoebox that I keep on hand for all my spraying techniques that I use in my craft space. So I just kind of keep that on the side anytime I'm doing any type of mist or changing colors or color shines. So this is the paper towel, and you can see where I laid those flowers on there, and I did spray it with that Delusion spray. So I used about 3 of the flowers out of this pack here because I didn't want to add too many into my project, and I wanted to kind of go over it really quick, so I just sprayed it one time because I didn't want to change the whole flower to just a solid black color. And with me doing that, it gave me a good little spritz across the flower, so I really like the way that turned out. So I keep paper towels in that little box because you have to go back and kind of dab off the little excess, and sometimes you can use your heat tool as well. So that's another tip for you there when you're using your sprays, is to keep a shoebox on hand, which is really awesome. Now I did use these beautiful gemstones. This is the Forever in Time gemstones, and these right here, I got these from the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo at one of the shows that I attended, and I absolutely love these. I hope I find these again because this is all I have left of these, and I love them because it gives a look of a broken stone, and I love the shimmer of those as well. So I use those in the center of my flowers. I also use acetate. This was gifted to me by my best friend for one of my birthdays, and I've been pulling this out little bit by little bit, so I'm really thankful to have pulled out this again. I also used this paper right here that's called Get Glam. This is one of the Recollections paper pads. that you can get. This is one of the hot buy ones that I bought a long time ago from Michael's. And the sheet that I went with was this one right here for my project. I had a little bit left over, so I decided to go ahead and cut out what I needed from this. And I love this paper. So as you can see, I'm hanging on to a little bit there. And I cut off what I need when I need it. Okay. In addition to that, I had two choices of my bottle caps here. So here are my bottle caps, and these are ones that I got from Hobby Lobby when they were on clearance. And I chose to go with the white ones. So these are the ones that I use, and these are already flat. These are not flat. There are different ways you can make them flat. You can use your Cutterbug to do that. So that's really, really awesome. If you need to flatten those bottle caps, is a way to do that. But these are the ones that I use this go round. So I embellished my bow that I use, and the ribbon that I use, I don't have that pulled out, but I use a white gloss grain ribbon. And then in addition to that, I use my 1-inch punch by Red Collections. I use my glossy accents for my bottle cap for the image that I use. I also sprinkled some of the Elizabeth Craft Design Cool Diamond. This is the microfine glitter inside of my image that was in the bottle cap, and I use this little brush to basically give me just a little bit inside my picture area that I had for my bottle cap, so that way I can create a little shimmer. And I wanted like a little dazzle, so just to do that, I just basically put a little bit on the end of the brush, and I just kind of tapped it a little bit to get some of that on there. When you are working with your glossy accents, sometimes you can get bubbles. I use this pearl pen, and I pop the bubbles that was part of that glossy accent, so that way that would not seal in and you wouldn't see the bubbles. So that was helpful, and that's another tip for you there. I use my Martha Stewart scissors to cut the straws, so that way I can size them up to what I needed. I also use these right here when I use my hot glue gun, and this right here to basically pull back the tabs that was on the project that I altered. Alright, so now let me go ahead and share with you what I created. So this is what I made. I took a frame that I actually purchased from Michael's, one of the little wooden frames that's nothing but like $1, and you can get these at your Dollar Tree. You can also find them at any wood area in one of your craft stores that's in your local area. And it was plain and everything, and I will show a before after picture on my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Feel free to check me out there, so that way you can see what this frame looked like before I actually altered it. In addition to that, also check out the hashtag Crafty Dares page, because you will see all the wonderful creations that these ladies have also done as well. So this is my frame. I altered the frame, and I put my lovely daughters in this frame here. I wanted to have them in my room because I have another picture of them younger in my space, but I wanted one with their hair down because it's not something that I usually let them do. So their hair is down right now, and hair is a big thing in this family here. So I love the saying, big hair don't care. So I chose to take my white gloss grain ribbon and add the centerpiece right here. And I made my own bottle cap, as you can see. And then that's so you can see that glittered look in the inside there. You can see how I lined up the straws all the way across this wooden frame here, making sure that I kept my pink areas right here going in the same pattern that you see. I was real careful about that. I did use my hot glue to seal this. It was faster, and I actually feel like it made this frame actually sturdier. In addition to that, I also added these flowers at the bottom here. These are the flowers that I actually sprayed with the Dilutions black spray. And then you can see how I added those little gem centers to give it a little bit of bling, to add a little elegance to this photo frame here. Inside, since this frame does not have glass, I chose to cut out that acetate and put it on the front of the picture, because the picture is a glossy print and this picture is a mobile print. So it's not as clear as I would love it to be, but it still works, and I love it. And it's something that's really sweet that I think that's going to bring my room here a lot of joy. Not just that, I love having my daughters nearby in my space. So this is what I have created for the Crafty Dares. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I hope that you are inspired to create as well. This is Tanya here with the Memory Lane Keepsakes. I'm so glad I was able to share with you guys. Have an awesome Friday. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, also comment down below, and check me out on my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Bye bye.